Welcome to the August 2015 Star Wars Canon Update. This month we got 5 new comic issues, so I'm just going to get to the good stuff quick. But if you want the short version, Marvel is killing it with their current series. I look forward to reading each new issue, and if you haven't checked them out, I recommend you give one a shot. Starting with Darth Vader issue 8, Dr. Aphra and her merry band of bounty hunters set up a very cool heist and steal the Imperial contraband. They are able to get in and out without the Empire even knowing they were there, and Aphra successfully rips off most of her team, keeping most of the score for herself and Vader. Back with General Tag, Vader is tasked with investigating the exact heist he just executed, but he's also provided with the help of a Sherlock Holmes-type investigator who seems to know Vader was involved. It'll be interesting to see the cat and mouse game play out, as well as how Vader keeps one of his competitors from tracking down Luke. Moving on to another heist, Lando and his crew successfully escape the Imperials with the Emperor's ship full of priceless art, and we get a reminder of what it means to displease the Emperor. The space station that allowed the ship to be stolen is blown to pieces, and the Imperial officer that allows Lando's escape promptly kills himself. The Emperor then hires a new bounty hunter by the name of Chaneth Cha to do what his own forces could not. I'm not sure what to think of this character yet. He basically seems like a Boba Fett clone, but we'll see. Finally, as Lobot inspects the art they've just stolen, he pops open a door only to be stabbed by 2 Imperial Royal Guards. Of course, we know Lobot survives, but I don't like to see him hurt. That's a pretty awesome cliffhanger knowing how formidable the Royal Guards are, and I can't wait to see Lando's hired fighters duke it out with them. It's been 2 months since we got to see what's going on in the main Star Wars storyline, and we last left Han and Leia with Han's possible wife. Han at least keeps claiming Sana is a liar, but he definitely has a history with her. She seems unstable at best. She destroys their ship and calls in the orbiting Imperials to come pick up Leia for her bounty. Meanwhile, Luke decides it's time for him to investigate the Jedi Temple. But first he does some classic Luke whining about how all Ben left him were stories. First of all, they're probably pretty cool stories. Second of all, don't you think he left them for a reason? It's easy to forget that this is Luke immediately after A New Hope. He's pretty much still a bratty teenager, and he doesn't make the best decisions. He heads to Nar Shaddaa to find someone that can smuggle him to Coruscant. It's like a running joke that Luke just tries and fails at the things Obi-Wan did. He goes to a seedy bar and announces his need for a smuggler loudly. Stupid. The patrons then attack him, and he flashes his lightsaber in front of everyone. Stupid. Then he loses his lightsaber to a thief. Come on, get it together, Luke. Anyway, I think this storyline will be cool, and I'm excited to see Luke infiltrate the Jedi Temple if he gets that far. Kanan was great this month. We last saw Caleb captured by his former clone commanders. He tries to talk some sense into them and help them see through Order 66. He then ejects himself into space and is picked up by Casimir, but the freighter is still hot on their trail. But before they can make the kill, one of the clones decides Caleb was right after all, and attacks the other clones to atone for his murder of Depa Billaba. The whole sequence was emotional and just plain fantastic. Back to safety, Caleb decides to leave Casimir and take up the name Kanan Jarrus. I'm going to miss Casimir a lot, and I hope we see him again in the future. Remember that Lando cliffhanger I mentioned earlier? Well, the next issue came out right at the end of August, so we didn't have to worry about Lobot's health for long. Basically, in this issue, Lobot gets put in Bacta, Lando finds out whose ship he stole, the twins beat the Royal Guards, and Chaneth Cha starts his chase. Cha is given Darth Maul's old ship, the Scimitar, to hunt down Lando. As Lobot starts to bleed out, he begins to lose control over himself, and his implants take over. I was wondering why he had implants but was so different to Tsibo from Rebels. Turns out, if he's able to concentrate hard enough, he can mentally overpower the implants. Just another reason why Lobot is so cool. We also get to see some unmasked Royal Guards, and they are corrupted, as Sava puts it. Turns out they're corrupted because they have been locked in a room protecting Sith artifacts for who knows how long. So the ship is full of priceless Sith items, including an ominous-looking helmet sitting on a pedestal in the shape of the Old Republic Sith Empire's emblem, which I thought was a nice touch. All in all, Lando is continuing to be a very fun comic and a huge step up from the Princess Leia series. And that's it for August. The Canon Update will be back on September 30th, and it'll probably be a monster episode. Tons of new comics, Aftermath, a junior novel, and 3 new chapter books are all scheduled to come out. So a lot to look forward to for Star Wars fans. Until then, make sure to subscribe for more Star Wars videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.